GB News' Eamonn Holmes feeling sore after falling from chair live on air. GB News presenter Eamonn Holmes has said he is feeling really sore after falling from his chair live on air. The Northern Irish broadcaster, 65, added that it was a bit of a shock, considering he had been taken to hospital earlier in the month after he had a fall at his home. During his Wednesday show, with his co-host Ellie Costello, a crash could be heard while the camera was focused on their guest, commentator Charlie Rowley. Costello could be heard saying, "Oh my gosh," off-screen, and Holmes pleaded with Rowley to carry on before the presenter returned to the show following a break. Holmes said, "Welcome back. Good to see you again. Especially good for me to see you again. I am still alive, yes. And they're very wonky wheels on chairs that we've got here, and matter of fact, we don't really like the chairs full stop, do we? They're a bit slippy and slidey and I've slipped and slid off mine there. Not the first guest to have done so, we've had a few, they have to remain nameless because they're well-known people, but they've hit the floor really badly, quite frightening. And it was a bit of a shock for me because I've had a fall in my bathroom 2 weeks ago, which hospitalized me, and that hit me again right in the back. I'm really sore. Really sore." He later said the chair gave way, which meant he was lying flat on his back. He added, "As the morning goes on, you feel aches and pains. The worst thing about this, of course, this was at a time when I was hospitalized 2 weeks ago for a very similar fall in the same area, back of the head, my neck, my shoulders. So it all came back, as it were." On X, formerly Twitter, Rowley wrote, "At Eamonn Holmes, you are the real hero for carrying on this morning. A true professional and national treasure who I learn from each and every week. It's a privilege working with you, at Ellie Costello TV and the rest of the at GB News family. Take care." On May 2, in an Instagram post that included a photo from the inside of an ambulance, Holmes thanked the crew who had helped him after he fell on his bathroom floor. The former This Morning host has long battled health issues after dislodging discs in his back, which he said previously impinged on his sciatic nerve and affected the mobility of his right leg. He has spoken about going through spinal surgery, a double hip replacement, and his struggles walking and using a mobility scooter. Last year, Holmes and his wife Ruth Langsford announced their split, after tying the knot in 2010. Eamonn Holmes' GB News replacement could be GMB host, according to Insider. Following Eamonn Holmes, 65, recent fall, a source has come forward to claim that GB News bosses are considering a ITV Good Morning Britain presenter to replace him. The host in question would be Richard Madeley, 69, though they admitted, nothing's confirmed, at the moment. However, Richard's name is said to be frequently mentioned in talks after Eamonn's recent health problems. Earlier this week, Eamonn fell off his chair live on TV while presenting his usual breakfast show. While the host batted off concerns and blamed the chairs, wonky wheels, the studio is now facing a serious production challenge, as it is not the first time the TV host has fallen. A source told the Daily Mail, "He fell a few weeks ago too, just not during the broadcast. There's a pattern here, and everyone's concerned. Eamonn's still sharp as a tack and a joy to watch, but it's a serious production challenge now." They added, "Nothing's confirmed, but they'd need someone with gravitas and live TV experience if Eamonn needs to step back. The viewers love him, but you do have to wonder how long this is going to go on." These concerns all started on Wednesday's program when Eamonn fell off his chair during the live show. Following the incident, he said, "I'm fine, carry on, be afraid." The show cut for an advert break. After the commercials came to a close, the host said, "I'm alive," adding, "They're very wonky wheels on chairs we've got here. As a matter of fact, we don't really like the chairs here. It was a shock for me because I had a fall 2 weeks ago in my bathroom that hospitalized me and that hit me right in the back. And this hit me again, right in the back. Really sore. He then took to social media, saying, "An unexpected journey this morning, bit of a fall on the bathroom floor. Gosh, it hurts. Thank you ambulance crew." Ruth Langsford makes drastic move so Eamonn Holmes can't get his hands on home. Ruth Langsford has reportedly made a drastic move to sever all ties with her estranged husband Eamonn Holmes, in the bitter aftermath of their split in May last year. Ruth Langsford is firmly set on ensuring her estranged husband Eamonn Holmes is legally removed from all aspects of her life. Reports suggest that the 65-year-old Loose Women presenter, who separated from the GB News host in May last year, has got solicitors involved to cement Eamonn's position regarding their former family home. After a marriage of 14 years, Ruth has successfully enacted a severance of joint tenancy of their £3.6 million Surrey property, acquired together in 2014. With this legal move, she ensures that even in the event of her passing, Eamonn cannot reclaim the property. Following their split, Eamonn relocated to a bachelor flat and has since made his relationship with 43-year-old Katie Alexander public. Sarah Dwight, a representative from the Law Society, clarified the implications of a severance of joint tenancy to The Sun. There are different ways to own a property. You can do so as joint tenants, which means it is 50-50 split. If one partner dies, the other automatically inherits the other's share. She further noted, this applies even if one partner has left their share to children from a previous relationship, the other partner would still get it, reports the Mirror. Dwight elaborated, one of the first things divorce lawyers do is to give their clients the option to sever the joint tenancy, so they can leave their share of the house to whoever they want. Sarah further explained, this move protects Ruth in that if she were to die, she can leave her wealth to whoever she wants, rather than Eamonn getting everything. The couple's history goes back to 1997 when they first crossed paths, with Eamonn already being a parent from a past relationship. In 2002, Ruth gave birth to their son Jack, and the two made it official by tying the knot 8 years thereafter. Famed for co-hosting This Morning together, Ruth and Eamonn won over audiences with their on-air arguments filled with humor and affection, quickly becoming fan favorites. Any on-screen disputes they had would sometimes draw attention, but both Ruth and Eamonn were keen to communicate that it stemmed from a place of love. However, come May 2024, the universally adored pair stunned fans by announcing their separation. At that time, their joint statement read simply, Ruth Langsford and Eamonn Holmes have confirmed their marriage is over and they are in the process of divorcing. Rumors regarding the status of their marriage began escalating weeks prior to their unexpected revelation, partly because they hadn't been seen together publicly or featured on each other's social media. An insider reportedly divulged to The Sun at the time that the split was intended to be as friendly and amicable as possible. Following the split, Eamonn found new love, entering a romance with Katie Alexander, who's 43 years old. Whilst attempting to maintain respect and discretion post-breakup, the former pair have recently taken a step public with their relationships on social media, going Instagram official, through sharing moments from a park outing together. The video, which shows them soaking up the sun, is set to the tune of The Levelers' hit, What a Beautiful Day. Both Eamonn and Ruth's representatives have been approached for a statement. However, Eamonn's representative has chosen not to comment. Be is your home for all things lifestyle, from health and beauty, to work life and parenting, careers and cooking to fashion and features, and everything in between. So to make sure you don't miss out on the things that matter to you, we've created a brand new newsletter pulling the best of Bee's content together twice a week. To sign up, simply enter your email address here and we'll do the rest.